Today we are going on a journey into what's next for Dragon Ball, the famous story that so many of us love. Dragon Ball was created by Akira Toriyama, a brilliant artist and storyteller, and sadly, as I'm sure you all know, he is no longer with us. But his amazing work continues to inspire people from all over the world. In this video today, I want to talk about how Dragon Ball can keep growing and touching our hearts even without Toriyama guiding it. We'll remember the incredible stories he told and imagine together what adventures may still be yet to come. Remember the time Goku turned into a Super Saiyan for the first time? It wasn't just cool, it was a moment that brought fans together from all around the world. Whether you were watching from Japan, the United States, the United Kingdom, or anywhere else, it felt like we were all cheering for Goku together. Akira Toriyama was great at making stories where you really cared about what happened to the characters like Goku. He mixed exciting battles, funny moments, and true friendship in a way that made Dragon Ball special for everyone. But Toriyama's talent didn't stop with Dragon Ball. He did also work on video games like Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger, blending his storytelling with fun gameplay too. These games are loved by many because they tell fantastic stories and take us on adventures in magical worlds, much like Dragon Ball does. But now we have Toyotaro, an artist chosen by Toriyama himself, who has a big job of continuing the Dragon Ball story on his own. He's been working, of course, on DragonBallSuper, adding new characters and adventures, and did work with Toriyama closely for a long time. So now his challenge is to keep the heart of Dragon Ball beating strong, introducing us to perhaps more new heroes and villains, while keeping the story as exciting as touching as when Toriyama had his eyes over it. In the world of Dragon Ball games too, there's also a lot to look forward to. New games means we get to jump into the action, experiencing the thrill of Dragon Ball in new ways. The goal is to make sure that these games just feel like the Dragon Ball world that we love, full of action, full of humour, and full of heart. But it must be said, the story of Dragon Ball is at a turning point, but it is far from over. With Toyotaro leading the way, we're all excited to see where Dragon Ball goes next. It's a chance to see new adventures and meet new friends, all while remembering the amazing stories Toriyama shared with us. Of course, we know Dragon Ball Daima is coming soon, and this will seem like a fitting tribute to come after his death, but it is almost sad that Toriyama himself won't get to see the fan reaction to it. Even though Toriyama isn't with us anymore, like I said, Dragon Ball will continue, but like any big adventure, there are some tricky parts ahead. Imagine trying to keep a giant puzzle looking great while adding new pieces. That is what is happening with Dragon Ball now. The people making Dragon Ball have to make sure everything still fits together just right, so the story stays exciting and makes sense, just like Toriyama would have wanted. And one of the biggest challenges is making sure that all the fans, the old ones and the new, find something to love in the new Dragon Ball stories. People all over the world have their favourite characters and moments. I'm sure for most of you, Goku or Vegeta are your favourite characters, although Piccolo and Gohan are big fan favourites too, and the moments like turning Super Saiyan, Gohan first unlocking his Super Saiyan 2 powers, or even for some people just the fun moments like the driving episode. Dragon Ball just shows the variety it's always had, and as it grows, it's important to keep the spirit of the old adventures alive while introducing cool new characters and stories that could become our next favourites. It needs to stay fun and interesting for everyone, even as times change. What made Dragon Ball awesome in the past might need a little update for new fans to love it too, and no, I'm not saying go too far wokeness, I'm just saying things do need to change now and again. Dragon Ball changed into DragonBallZ, and that was a hell of a good change. After all, it never lost what was special, it just took it in a new direction. It's all about balancing the old with the new, making sure that the story is one that everyone can enjoy. Whether that's the fans that have been here from day one, joined with Z, joined with GT, Super, any of the above. It doesn't matter how you got here, all we care now is that you've arrived. So really, we got to make sure Dragon Ball stays amazing, and it is a hell of a big job. But with Toyotaro and his whole team working on it, plus all of us fans sharing what we love about it, the future can still be bright. It's like we are all one of the Z Warriors, ready for whatever comes next. Whether you have the strength of Goku taking on the biggest bad guy, or you're someone like Tien who knows it's going to take everything he has just to keep things going, all we know is if we stick together, Dragon Ball can still thrive. So let's take a moment to really remember how much Dragon Ball, created of course by Toriyama, means to us all. It's more than just a story about fighting and adventure. It's about friendship, courage, and never giving up. Everywhere around the world, people have found a friend in Goku and have been inspired by his journey. All around the globe, fans have shown their love for Dragon Ball in amazing ways. Some draw incredible pictures of Goku, Vegeta, and all their friends, while others write their own adventures that feel just like the ones Toriyama told. There are fans who have learned how to be as strong and kind as their favourite heroes, and there are even those who've been inspired to help others, just like Goku always does. These stories and artworks from fans are a brilliant thank you to Toriyama. They show how Dragon Ball has been a good friend and teacher to us. By everyone continuing to share how Dragon Ball has touched their lives, we will keep the spirit of Toriyama's work alive, and it's something he deserves. It is just incredible how a tale of a boy with a monkey tail and his quest for magical Dragon Balls has become such a worldwide phenomenon and brought so many of us together. As we really look forward to the future of what Dragon Ball will bring, we must not forget the lessons and joy it has given to us. Our journey with Goku and his friends is far from over. There are many more adventures to be had, and together, as fans, we get to discover where the story goes next. Toriyama may have started it, but it is up to all of us to continue it. And so there we have it, just a short one today, but a video I really wanted to make. As we look ahead to that future of Dragon Ball, we will always remember what Toriyama started. It is a world filled with excitement, challenges, and great friendship. What makes it so special isn't just the battles or the quest for the Dragon Balls, it's the community of fans that it has built. But we must remember we are still getting new things, new chapters in the manga, new anime, new movies hopefully. It's not over yet, and here is where I want to hear from you. How did Dragon Ball inspire you? How did Toriyama inspire you? What new stories and characters do you hope to see? Today's video hasn't been about learning something new, it's been about remembering what has come before. And so, if you do love Dragon Ball, let us hear about it down in the comment section below. And with that, thank you for spending just some of your time with me today. Let's keep the adventure going, exploring new horizons, and keeping that legacy of Dragon Ball shining for generations to come.